Starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Betty. Today across much of the country, today is still known as Columbus Day, a famous explorer who helped Europeans discover North America, but who in recent years has become more of a controversial figure for capturing and enslaving Native Americans. Well, Wisconsin, home to more federally recognized Native American tribes than any other state east of the Mississippi, is now one of 11 states that instead recognizes the day as Indigenous Peoples Day. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller has more.
Native American history in the United States is one of violence and persecution.
The trauma that happened to our people, they still relive it today through some of our elders, and through our teachings, we learn how to cope with this. And like I said, you know, the past can't be changed, but it can be talked about so it doesn't happen again in the future.
This is what Governor Evers spent the morning of Indigenous Peoples Day doing. He also signed an executive order to formally acknowledge and apologize for Wisconsin's historical role in boarding schools.
It's estimated that thousands of Native American kids in Wisconsin were forced to attend one of these schools, leaving generations of trauma inflicted on Native families and communities, and a loss of language, culture, and identity.
There were at least 10 of these schools throughout Wisconsin. Native children were also sent out of state where they were forced to assimilate to American culture.
As a state, we bear the responsibility for acknowledging the trauma and pain inflicted on tribal communities then and today. And we have a moral responsibility to not only investigate the truth, but pursue a more just and equitable relationship with Native nations.
The executive order seeks to formally recognize and apologize for the tragedies done to the Native Americans at the hands of state and federal governments. It also welcomes the Department of Interior to investigate the boarding schools that were once operated in Wisconsin.
It made me really feel good inside, that knowing that our culture is still going to be looked at in the future for our Native American kids.
Supporters say that the work isn't done yet. This is just the start of moving forward.
And looking toward the future, I'm hoping that other governors across the United States will do the same and recognize, you know, what had happened was a tragedy and we need to fix it for the future.
In the Northwoods, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
Outside, Andrew, some folks have already seen a little rain. You're telling us more could be on the way?
Yeah, Justin, more rainfall on the way. In fact, some heavy rainfall for overnight after having a mostly dry day all around. Taking you for a look now at estimated rainfall for the last day, though, you will see most areas in Wisconsin are highlighted in green, showing less than a half an inch of rainfall. So we're not talking about a lot of rain in the last 24 hours, but we could easily double these totals as we head into overnight. And notice that southern Wisconsin dealing with about an inch of rainfall in the last day. But now looking outside in Eagle River, the rain is on the way, but not yet. There's kind of that cloud and sun mix going on right now. Temperature is at 63. It has been a little bit cooler today, actually feeling like fall, and winds, while calm right now, they will be getting breezy overnight into Tuesday, so just know that tomorrow will be a more breezy day than today. But for now, coming up hour by hour in Rhinelander for the next 12 hours, we'll be taking in more of those gray skies and having increasing chances for rain, with rain likely into tomorrow morning, and then keeping up with those rain showers into early parts of the day. So heavy rain tonight, lighter rain for tomorrow, and we do have cooler temperatures to talk about, even cooler than the 60s. More of that coming up in your full forecast. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Tonight, a Stevens Point man is dead after a crash in Portage County yesterday. The sheriff's office reports it happened in the town of Hull when 24-year-old Carson McCuskey failed to handle a slight curve in the road in his pickup. Law enforcement says he then struck a tree and died. A passenger in that truck, 27-year-old Kelsey Studinsky of Stevens Point, was taken to a hospital with injuries. The crash remains under investigation. The number of new COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin has been inching back down over the last couple days. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports just over 1,200 new cases. It's our fewest one-day total in about a month. Drops our daily average for the last week to about 2,500. New death numbers are also inching down. Today, DHS reports 8 new deaths. We're averaging about 11 per day over the last week. Across the country, the number of new COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are all down. And today, there are indications by the end of this year, doctors could also have a new weapon in the fight against the virus. Jay Gray has details.
Crowds fill the streets in Boston. The marathon on again for the first time in 2 years.
Just a wonderful return to racing.
With much of the country running toward the way things were before the pandemic, drug manufacturer Merck is looking to speed up that race to normal. Today, applying for emergency use of an antiviral pill that, when taken as symptoms begin, cuts the risk of hospitalization and deaths in half. With FDA approval, it could be available by the end of the year. Still, many doctors stress the shot is the surest way to stay safe.
Maybe this will keep you out of the hospital to the tune of 50% reduced risk. So nothing like the vaccines, which are 90+% effective at doing the same thing.
With cases starting to climb again in the Plain States as temperatures fall and more people gather inside, there's concern about this year's flu season and the possibility of a twin-demic this winter.
Because less people are getting flu shots and more people are out and about, we could see a winter surge of both COVID-19 and the influenza virus, creating even more strain on the healthcare system.
Another reminder that the race against the virus isn't a sprint, but a marathon.
That's Jay Gray reporting. No tricks, just treats. That's a Halloween prediction from our nation's top infectious disease expert. Dr. Anthony Fauci says families can feel safe trick-or-treating outdoors this year for Halloween. On Sunday, Fauci encouraged children to just go out there and enjoy the holiday, adding those who want to celebrate should consider getting vaccinated if they haven't done so already. The director of the CDC has also said outdoor trick-or-treating should be just fine for kids, though she encouraged people to avoid crowded Halloween parties, especially if they're not vaccinated. Though it may not feel like it right now, winter is right around the corner, and Wisconsin Public Service is telling customers to expect to pay a little more on your heating bills. It's due to the nationwide spike in natural gas prices. Prices more than doubled so far this year. The increase, they think, is mainly due to tight supplies as well as a worldwide increase in demand for natural gas. An analysis done by WPS predicts the typical residential customer should pay about $40 more per month this winter compared to last year. The analysis assumes typical winter weather. Heading into last night's Packers matchup against the Bengals, many people were excited to see the battle between the two quarterbacks, the veteran Aaron Rodgers against the up-and-coming Joe Burrow. But the big story wound up being the kickers. The final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter and throughout overtime, Green Bay kicker Mason Crosby missed not one, not two, but 3 straight field goals. Crosby had been almost automatic, coming into the game connecting on a franchise record 27 straight. Well, thankfully for the Pack, Bengals kicker Evan McPherson also missed 2 field goals. That's 5 misses in about 10 minutes. Thankfully, Crosby would make his final kick of the day, a 49-yarder, to give the Packers a 25-22 win. The Milwaukee Brewers are now just 1 game away from being eliminated from the Major League Baseball playoffs. The crew lost Game 3 of the NLDS against the Braves 3-0 today. The only runs of the game came off a 3-run Jock Peterson home run for Atlanta. It's 2 straight games. The Brewers have not scored a single run. They now trail the best-of-5 series 2-1. Game 4 set for tomorrow afternoon in Atlanta. As the weather gets cooler, some birds start making their way south for winter. And while they can be beautiful to watch, hear why some say one particular bird is doing more harm than good. But first, Andrew's in with your full forecast. Next on Newswatch 12 at 5.
The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Plus, mattress specials for every budget. And save big on our reclining sofas and chairs. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
We're divided, but we can agree now's the time to help hardworking Wisconsinites, right? Nope, not Ron Johnson. See, on lowering prescription drug prices, Johnson was a no. Adding dental and vision to Medicare? Nah. Or making childcare more affordable to help people get back to work? No way. What about making the rich, like him, pay their fair share in taxes? Heck no. Tell Ron Johnson, time to say yes to building Wisconsin back better.
Wouldn't it be nice to never have to deal with your messy gutters again? Leave that dangerous chore in the rearview mirror with a new LeafGuard gutter system. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more nasty cleanup guaranteed. And now is the best time to get LeafGuard. Take 50% off installation labor, get 12 months interest-free financing, and a $100 Visa gift card with your purchase. Call now and set up a free estimate. Good deal?
The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Plus, mattress specials for every budget. And save big on our reclining sofas and chairs. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome on back, and thanks for joining me for your full Monday night forecast. You know, the traffic in Chicago is already bad enough as it is, especially right now, kind of during rush hour. But on top of that, add in some severe weather. Add in large hail, heavy rain, breezy winds, the threat of a tornado. Yeah, it's a mess down there right now. Off to the north, though, as we trek up the kind of the Lake Michigan shoreline, there is going to be a little bit of that lightning and some thunderstorms crawling up into Wisconsin. But as we trend towards our area, towards north central Wisconsin, we're really holding on to mostly some cloud coverage and some rain showers. So looking at that Storm Prediction Center outlook, here we go, looking at the threat for any thunderstorms and severe weather coming up for tonight. Most of the Northwoods, central Wisconsin, we're in that kind of mint green color, so I don't think we'll be talking about severe weather, maybe some rumbles of thunder, but you can quickly see how this develops into southeast Wisconsin and into the Chicago area with that slight risk for severe weather. So we're talking about more of that concentrated threat for having some of that breezy winds, hail, and some of those downpouring rains. But now coming up for tonight, we will be having some heavy rain getting into the Northwoods. That is as a center of low pressure is tracking to the northeast, so this will be coming through the area tonight. We've already had a cold front tracking through the state that helped trigger some showers towards southeast Wisconsin. But as this develops to move to the northeast, it will be dumping off showers into the Northwoods, kind of with that counterclockwise flow as we head into early hours of Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday, we are going to be mostly dry throughout the day. But this next cold front, this is going to make a quick dash towards Minnesota, towards Wisconsin, and then it's going to slowly creep into our area Tuesday into Wednesday, and that will be our next chance for significant rain showers. Now let's time this out for you for the rest of the night coming on up. Here we are by 10:30, seeing those widespread showers, some of these heavier showers at times, and winds getting pretty breezy. So the winds that we're seeing here, these are going to be wind gusts. So just keep that in mind as we're going forward. These are maximum wind gusts that we'll be feeling. So getting into overnight, getting a bit breezy, having that northeast flow, wind gusts near 20 miles an hour. Rain showers starting to taper back, becoming more scattered as we head into Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday will trend as a mostly dry day, although gloomy after those showers in the morning, and still breezy, still seeing that north breeze coming in near 20 miles an hour at times as we head into Tuesday evening. But then we're going to be having that wind start to kind of get relaxed, even some clearing skies as we head into Tuesday night before our next rain chance comes as soon as Wednesday. But before we get there, the rainfall that we have tonight will actually be heavy for some areas. Looking at Tuesday morning, seeing at least a half an inch of rain towards central Wisconsin. Outlying areas still getting some rainfall, maybe about a half an inch of rain. And then for the rest of the day on Tuesday, not much more rain to pick up there. So for tonight's heavy rain, maybe some thunder, low temperatures down into those middle 50s. And then Tuesday is going to be gloomy, a little bit of that rainfall in the morning, just kind of a gloomy day with those breezy winds out of the north, temperatures near 62. And now for a look at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. We'll show just 2 more rainy days, Tuesday and Wednesday, but then I'm forecasting the rest of the week being dry and seeing more sunshine than clouds and cooler temperatures by Saturday. Justin?
Looking good. Thank you, Andrew. Today, a Wisconsin Republican hired attorney leading the investigation to how the 2020 presidential election was run has accused Governor Evers of having, quote, an incomplete and misguided view of the probe. The comments were made in a video posted online Saturday from former Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman. They come less than 2 weeks after Evers called the taxpayer-funded investigation, quote, a $700,000 boondoggle, when he warned that targeted election officials should be lawyered up. In a radio interview Friday, Gableman compared the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel to Nazi propaganda, a comment he later rescinded, but still led to calls for him to either resign or be fired, which hasn't happened yet. State Senator Mary Felskowski is pushing forward a bill that would allow a hunting season for sandhill crane, the birds. This time of year, Wisconsin's home to about 20,000 of them. DNR officials say many of them have migrated south from Canada for the winter. Senator Felskowski says the reason for the potential hunting season is to help farmers, who she says are having their lands destroyed by the birds.
Areas of the state where they do an awful lot of crop damage, because they're on the endangered species list, or they were, and we don't have a hunt to management, they're not eligible where these farmers can get restitution for the crop damage.
Felskowski says the bill would allow for the DNR to set a crane hunt and include a quota in that. DNR officials say sandhill cranes are known for feeding on farm properties. But natural resources educator Lauren Finch says she's only heard a few complaints from farmers.
Mostly just that they do pick through some of their fields and that they can sometimes be a little bit of a nuisance during harvest itself if they're kind of in the way and there's hundreds or even possibly a couple thousand of them in a field. They can cause some nuisance issues there.
Finch adds the birds also, though, help drive local tourism and tourism dollars by bringing hundreds of people to the area to view the birds each year. It's a political back and forth in Texas recently, where a federal appeals court has now reinstated a Texas law effectively banning abortion as early as 6 weeks. We'll have the latest on that political battle after the break.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
Get your outdoor projects done right with Menards. With the best selection of pressure-treated lumber and the inventory to back it up, now is the time to get that outdoor project you've been meaning to get to done. Best yet, we've made it convenient for you to get in and get out. Whichever the project, Menards has the pressure-treated lumber to get it done.
Save big money at Menards.
There are never enough hours in the day. I'm always making trade-offs, sacrifices. But I'll keep going. Even when it feels like there's no way I can do it all, I won't give up. I'm doing this for me and for them. We're doing this together. North Central Technical College's virtual college, flexible learning, because our time is precious.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Southwest Airlines still facing some major flight delays today, leaving many travelers scrambling to get home. According to FlightAware, at least 360 flights were canceled over the weekend, and at least another 750 have been delayed so far today. The airline says the cancellations are due to a combination of things: air traffic control issues, disruptive weather, and staffing shortages. So far, Southwest, though, is the only airline experiencing significant challenges. On social media, the airline apologized for the setbacks and asked for patience. Today, a federal appeals court has reinstated the Texas law, which effectively bans most abortions as early as 6 weeks there. Morgan Chesky has details.
After a brief pause, this morning a highly restrictive abortion measure is once again the law of the land in Texas. A federal appeals court reinstating that measure late Friday, temporarily halted just 2 days prior after the Justice Department sued Texas, arguing the state's law violates the Constitution. The DOJ now has until tomorrow to respond.
We'll have to wait and see what the full appellate court decides, but we are optimistic that this victory signals that they may be favorable in that ruling.
That law, SB 8, bans most abortions as early as 6 weeks before many women know they're pregnant. It provides no exceptions for rape or incest and allows citizens to sue anyone involved with providing abortion services after 6 weeks.
It is meant to intimidate, to threaten, to make us afraid of providing the abortion care that people need.
Since taking effect last month, clinics in neighboring states have seen an uptick in women traveling from Texas for abortion services. The law also prompting nationwide protests, with marches from Austin to Washington. And already in Florida, a bill that mirrors the Texas law has been introduced, with GOP lawmakers in other states considering similar measures. The ultimate fate of the Texas law likely lies with the nation's highest court, which previously refused to block the law from taking effect without ruling on its constitutionality.
But we are suffering in Texas, and the Supreme Court must do its job now.
It's Morgan Chesky reporting. Time to hear now what Newswatch 12 viewers are saying this week on tonight's edition of Your 2 Cents.
Hello, this is TR calling from Eagle River with my 2 cents about the news on Thursday, October 7th, about the funding for the federal class action lawsuit. First of all, how did we get to this situation when I think parents should have the right over their children? What has happened with our rights as parents? To add insult to injury, you also included a free advertisement about the product that this owner and company was producing. That is appalling. Shame on News 12.
I was wondering if you notice when you walk around and you look at everybody and their smiley faces, a lot of them got bad teeth around here. Why is that? Because these dentists charge so much money, it's ridiculous. When they want $400 to pull one tooth, that's a lot of money, especially to a poor person. So that's my 2 cents. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you for calling. If you want to make your voice heard on Your 2 Cents, give us a call at 715-365-8812, extension 319. It's a voicemail. Call anytime. Remember, I respond to some of the calls on Fridays on My 2 Cents. Mondays and Wednesdays are just for you. We'll be right back.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels. Did you know the average wait time for a new RV is over 6 months? Don't wait. We have nearly 30,000 factory fresh RVs in stock and ready for you today. Fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. See America for less with thousands of RVs available for less than $5 a day. Plus, come in today and put $0 down and make no payment for 90 days. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV today.
Woodland Creek Furniture in Minocqua has over $3 million worth of furniture in stock and ready for speedy delivery. Find an incredible selection of furnishings ranging from traditional to transitional, cottage to casual. Shop Woodland Creek Furniture in Minocqua.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, revealing character, heart, and charm. Which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from Fibrix, a composite material we created because the status quo wasn't good enough. When over 100 years of refined craftsmanship is fused with the precision of today's most advanced technology. The essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. And it lives inside every Renewal by Andersen window for generations. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation and find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
The Wickersham Jewelry Custom Design and Restyle event. Choose from hundreds of ring mountings. Restyle, refresh, redesign. Rhinelander, October 12th. Marshfield, October 13th. Rothschild, October 14th. receive $600 in additional free benefits the day of this exciting event. Rhinelander, October 12th. Marshfield, October 13th. Rothschild, October 14th. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
This year, we've started seeing a lot more private flights to outer space, and now a balloon company is willing to get you close. The company Worldview just opened up taking reservations for 5-day adventures where they will take 8 passengers and 2 crew members to the edge of space, of outer space, about 100,000 feet up. They'll do it for 6 to 12 hours at a time. They plan to fly over exotic locations, things like the Grand Canyon, and expand to the Amazon, pyramids in Egypt, a few other spots. It is expensive, though. It's cool, but it's expensive. Trips cost $50,000 a seat, with flights starting in 2024, still 3 years away.
You know, Justin, I don't know if I would feel more comfortable on that hot air balloon or, you know, in more of a traditional
That'd be scary.
Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, looking outside for tonight, you know, looking into space, that might not be so much of a thing to do because we have rain on the way. Yeah, clouds, those are always going to be a problem there. But it's going to feel kind of warm for overnight. We have temperatures down to about 56, and there is going to be a breeze developing out of the northeast near 5 to 15 miles an hour. We're getting a little breezier at times, and then that will also be leading us into kind of a breezy Tuesday, kind of a gloomy day. Temperatures back into those low 60s, and we'll have a little bit of rain, but less so than we're having overnight. And then, Justin, I want you to look at our 7-day here. Pay attention to our temperatures and look at Friday. That's a high of only 54 after having just 3 more days in the 60s.
Roughly where they should be, though, right,
yes.
for fall?
Yes.
We just haven't been used to it
50s,
recently.
right.
All right. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.